But excited to be here with you this morning. Today, we're going to go over some really cool stuff related to what we are doing and how we are breaking the mold on LinkedIn to be able to be found. And we're going to share with you some of those secrets here today. So let's get started. First off, let me share my screen once again.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you're on YouTube, check the alert notification button here.
So welcome to our LinkedIn posting party. You'll have a chance to be able to actually mingle and mix throughout today, throughout this morning session. And we are actually going to take some time to let you into some breakout rooms a couple of times. That's what we're going to attempt to do here. What I want you to do right now is we're going to drop some links into the chat right here. And these are our our follow us links, and I'm going to drop these in. You are welcome to join us here through the follow. I'm dropping them in right now. Click on those links right there and make sure you follow us, because not only are we going to give you great content around LinkedIn, we're going to give you content around sales prospecting. We're going to give you content around cold calling. We're going to give you content around productivity. We're also going to give you content all around AI and everything you needed to know to be able to be successful with AI. So make sure you join us, follow us on LinkedIn, follow us on YouTube, and join us on Twitter. Those 3 links have been dropped into the chat just right now. And for those joining, I'm dropping them one more time into the chat. Yeah? All right. Very good. And one more thing that we're going to release today. This is brand spanking new. And we literally just launched this. Yes, this week. This week is when we just launched this. And so with that in mind, the fact that you are here and you are going to be the inaugural group, there's already about 80 some odd folks inside the group already, and we haven't even advertised it at all. So right inside of the chat that I just dropped in, there is the WhatsApp community. And so this is where you're going to find the LinkedIn amplification pods. The LinkedIn amplification pods. Yes, we are building out amplification pods for only our FlyMSG user community. And this user community is going to be able to ask for individuals to help them to amplify their posts. I just dropped it in again for those of you coming in who didn't see that. And you'll want to be able to join that WhatsApp group right there. And with that in mind, you will get great support from all of the FlyMSG user community. Literally, we just launched it this week. You are the inaugural group. Nobody else knows it. And I'm quite frankly not sure how we got the other 80 folks inside there already who are finding this on WhatsApp. So that's great to know. That in mind, join that community. I'll come back to that in a little while as well. All right, what are we going to expect out of today's party? Today's party, we're going to have a lot of fun. There's several things that we're going to be doing. Number one, why you need to post on LinkedIn. This is insanely important as we think about where we're at in today's time, along with AI and Google search. What does that mean for you? So we're going to take you through that. In addition, we're going to talk about characteristics of a good post. What should you be doing? What should it look like? And more importantly, what is the construct of a post that actually can go viral? Then we're going to talk about strategies for engagement. And I've got a hot tip, not just for text, not just for video, but I'm going to show you how to 10x your impressions on LinkedIn without doing much work. Yes, it is true. I can show you that. You will have a good time learning that. Then we're going to create a post literally in 8 seconds. I want someone to clock it, put the timer on, and tell me how long it takes. And now we're going to talk about amplification strategies. I kind of teased that out just a moment ago when we talked about the new WhatsApp community. And I encourage you to join that particular community, as I mentioned. Excuse me. A moment ago. And you're going to find some amplification pods, which we'll go over in just a little bit. Then we're going to build a post, and you're going to have a chance to meet the community as well. So that's what we're going to be doing. A little background about myself, Mario Martinez. I was invited to speak at LinkedIn's annual users conference in October 2015. I spoke in front of thousands of their users, and then I was the VP of sales for an organization where I launched a digital sales training program, including video selling and social selling. And as a direct result, 3 months later, I started my first company. And 1 year later after that, I forged the Vengreso organization, which was a 7-way company merger. If any of you are CEOs and saying, oh my gosh, was that hard? The answer was that was actually the second hardest thing I ever did in life. The last hardest thing I ever did in life was actually raising venture capital funds when I converted the company from a service company into a SaaS with service. So with that in mind, I actually began that journey in October of 2015. I still hold the record. I am the only organization and enterprise executive that was a sponsor of a program that actually forged a 100% participation and 100% of our 350 reps that attributed one sales opportunity to the open pipeline in 6 months. No one has beat it in all of LinkedIn history, and no one has taken my spot, and I still hold that record to this very day. So a little bit of background about Vengreso. We are formerly the world's largest digital sales prospecting training company, focusing in on cold calling and LinkedIn and email and video. And today we are a SaaS service provider that helps organizations really, and people, and individuals like yourself, really focus in on how to go about leveraging writing as well as engagement on platforms like LinkedIn, video, email, and the cold call. So that's a little bit about us. So let's talk a little bit about why posting really works. And this is very important. If you're taking notes, this is the spot that you want to take these notes at right here, right now. Why does it work? First off, what you need to understand is that 82% of B2B buyers feel that the vendor's content had an impact on their final purchase decision. They are looking, they are researching. You have got to get around to learning how to engage with your target buyers. It's not a matter of should I, it's a matter of how come you're not and how fast you can get started. 78% of reps that are utilizing social media outperform their peers. This data stat is tried and true. It is showcasing those buyers who are there active on LinkedIn would rather engage with someone on social, perhaps text, perhaps video, perhaps a phone call. We're not saying the cold call is dead at all. In fact, we have an AI role play coaching software platform that allows individuals to be able to do cold calling practice sessions. So with that in mind, it is an omni-channel approach, and we've got to be utilizing the omni-channel. Yeah? Oops. This is a very interesting stat right here. 65% of buyers viewed between 5 and 8 pieces of content from the winning vendor. Okay. Now, something to take note of, and by the way, Santiago, if there's anybody that is on the line that is not muted, if you can just do me a favor and mute their lines, that'd be great because I'm getting feedback.
Okay.
So what this means is that you want to be looking at how you're giving content to the prospects that you're working with and feeding them valuable information and leading them to your solution. All right, here is your algorithm hack. If there is one note that you take from this session, I want you to listen closely. Stop multitasking right now. Don't multitask. Listen to what I'm about to say. Ready? Here you go. If you connect with a buyer, and you send them one message after connecting, and you get them to reply back to you, for the next 4 weeks, you can get into their newsfeed and feed them valuable content. Now, if that wasn't just a mind-blowing moment right now, I don't know what is or what would make that happen for you. Let me repeat it. If you connect with a buyer, many people turn around and they send a thanks for connecting message, but don't ask a question to solicit engagement. Many people turn around and email the individual. Many people turn around and cold call that individual. Holy Toledo, no. What you need to learn how to do is learn how to send a welcome message. We call it a welcome message in our training program. And with that in mind, when you send that welcome message, you ask them a question to solicit engagement. If they respond back to you, then for the next 4 weeks, while they're scrolling on their newsfeed at nighttime before they go to bed, or at dinner time, or wherever it might be, your content has an extremely high probability of getting into their newsfeed. So if you understand the algorithm, then you realize that you must be active on LinkedIn if your buyers are there. All right. That was a mind-blowing algorithm hack moment right there. I hope you took notes of that. And take note of this. 100% of all LLMs are now indexing social media. I'll show you a stat on who's doing what right in a few slides. But this means that you can be found. For example, I literally had a meeting booked on my calendar. Thank you, Chat GPT. Why? Because an individual search, who is the leading authority on AI and the SDR? The leading authority. That's what they wrote. Then ChatGPT served up Mario Martinez from Vengreso, gave them all of our content that was applicable. They read the 3 or 4 pieces of content, I think they said, and then turned around, found me on the website, booked a meeting with me. I had no idea that I was being indexed for the single top best authority on AI and the SDR. So right now, the LLMs are indexing you. And where did it come from? It came from a mix of our blog content and social media posts. In fact, the individual read a couple of my posts. So there you go. I also want to point out something that is a use case and a case study. We worked so hard to get our visitors up to 40,000 visitors a month. 40,000 visitors a month. That equals, at the present time, we are at an all-time high right now of 4 million monthly impressions on Vengreso.com. But take note of this, people. We've had a 65% reduction in traffic. From 40,000 clicks to now, as of this last month, 8,000 clicks. But our impressions of our website are at an all-time high. Holy Toledo, what just happened? What's happening is that the LLMs are being used to be able to serve up content, and AI overviews are being used to serve up content. So now we're writing content both on social media, YouTube, and on our website in order to be able to be indexed by the LLMs. And so this is a must do. This is why you must be there and why you must be focused on that. So who are the LLMs citing most often? Take a look at this slide that you have right in front of you. This slide says it all. Yeah? This slide essentially tells you that if you look at ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Google's AI overviews, who are they quoting most often? Blue is the winner. Orange is the runner-up. Yellow is notable mention. Take note, however. Look who's on notable mentions under Perplexity. That is correct. LinkedIn. Absolutely. And I just told you a story of how we got found multiple times from people who have booked meetings as a result of searching the best sales prospecting training companies, the best, most knowledgeable AI in the SDR, and how our content is being served up from LinkedIn. That got me some appointments and visibility. So if you're thinking about, should I be on LinkedIn? Stop. No longer should you be thinking about should you. You need to be there. It is being used to be able to connect and engage with your target buyers. Yeah? Very important that you understand that. All right. So how do you influence over LinkedIn? I want you to take note of this. And this is a post from a CIO. I use this because it's very, very, very insightful. With that in mind, take a look at Swati, the strategic CIO. Notice what she says in yellow. She says, hey, stop cold calling me. Don't call me 25 times in a day. Don't do it. Call me and then hang up and then call me again. Don't inundate my LinkedIn mailbox. Don't send me a bunch of emails, but do post meaningful content. Meaning if I connect with you, go ahead and post that meaningful content that helps me understand what is the problem that you are solving. So our profile, our content should help lead people to our solution. It should help lead people to our solution. Help them understand what business problem you solve. You could also intermix various other items as well. And if you go to my newsfeed, you'll see a lot of things related to my family or boys or activities. And so with that in mind, you must be thinking about how to do this. This is coming straight from a CIO right here. All right, let's go over some characteristics of a good post. Thinking about this particular aspect right over here, I think it's important to understand this particular mention here. We call it the hook 'em Dano. Right in the opening line, you've got to be able to stop people in the scroll. That is the goal. It could be an emotional line. It could be something that has fear, uncertainty, doubt. or it could be something that you're creating curiosity as an example. And for those of you that have been started writing content from ChatGPT, Perplexity, and or Gemini, take note of this right here, right now. Anytime, anytime you see an emoji, a newspaper headline, an announcement of some sort on a post with an emoji in the front and an emoji in the back, it is 100% guaranteed written by AI. Don't do that. Don't put a double emoji, one in the front, one in the back. People instantly know that you used AI to write it. If you look at your newsfeed now, I guarantee to you that you're going to see that over and over and over again by individuals. So you definitely want to be able to hook people. Use that emotional component, fear, uncertainty, doubt, a question that creates curiosity. And newspaper headlines, they were working in the past. People were using them. And when I say newspaper headline, for those of us that are old enough to remember the newspaper being thrown on our driveway, yes, I used to have a newspaper thrown in my driveway, and yes, I used to walk out in my robe, then go get with my coffee in hand and go get my newspaper. And right on the front page, top of the headline was big black bold writing that had anywhere between 1 and 4 words. That was the headline. That is also tried and true, written by AI. So really think about how to actually change that up so people don't think you're doing AI. Medium posts, medium length performs best. What is medium length? It's 191 to 300 words. They perform the best. 191 to approximately 300 words is a medium post. I want you thinking like an LLM or Google. It's all about keywords now. You want to be thinking more around how do you optimize someone to be able to find you. For example, the LLMs and Google AI overviews that are also indexing LinkedIn content, by the way, FYI. My content is actually showing up there as well. You need to be thinking about utilizing keywords that you want to be found for. So, as an example, if you are in the HR benefits space, you should be using words like HR, benefits, employee benefits, those types of words inside of your posts. And you could also include them as hashtags as well. Hashtags boost LinkedIn SEO, but they don't work the same way as they used to. Think of a hashtag as more of a keyword. If you want to be found for sales prospecting, if you want to be found for HR benefits, you want to be thinking about keywords that are going to help you be found by the LLMs and by Google AI Overview. Dwell time matters. Dwell time. What does dwell time mean? Dwell time means the length of time someone actually stops to read your post. So we'll go into some of these things later on about different types of content that's important to understand. But dwell time, hanging on your posts, that matters. Swipe time matters. What does that mean? Well, you know those carousels that people put on those PDF files that have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even pictures, things that actually you have to swipe. I want you to be thinking about swipe time, swipe depth. How far do they scroll through your content up to bottom, top to bottom, and swiping through your actual content that is posted as well. So keep that in mind. And I get this question all the time. Hey, should I include a link? I heard links are bad on LinkedIn. Well, true that links can be bad on LinkedIn, especially things like YouTube videos. Yeah, LinkedIn likes native video. But what we have found is that many posts, and the research shows that many posts perform roughly about the same if you include a link. But you do in fact want to make sure you change the thumbnail. Now I'm going to show you a live demo of that in just a little bit, but you want to make sure you're changing that thumbnail around so that it's a picture and it takes up more real estate. All right, let's move on to strategies that increase reach. This is very important. You take special note of these items that I'm about to show you. And then I've got a major one after we do the live demonstration so I can show you how to go about doing all this. Number 1, create content, don't just reshare. I cannot tell you how many sales reps I talk to, how many business owners I talk to, and all they're doing is hitting the repost, and they're reposting instantly. They take somebody else's content and they repost instantly. All right, that gives you a little bit of a bump, +1, we'll call it, on the LinkedIn algorithm. But You want to be thinking about how can you create fresh new content. I'll show you how to do that momentarily. Stay on this back channel. But LinkedIn is really right now, it's boosting solo creator content. And solo posts, meaning you as an individual from your individual profile, it's actually up from 30% to 41% of all content on LinkedIn that is being displayed. And that is up over the last 7 months here. Reshares and copied from your marketing team, from your company channel, as an example, those types of reshares, well, they're losing traction. Yeah. Unfortunately, company posts are not the strong ones here. Real people, real conversations, real posts, right from firsthand experiences, firsthand insights, and third-party reposts. So take a third-party piece of content and begin to add on your flair and your message to that. Consistency. Consistency matters more than creativity. I'll repeat it. Consistency matters more than creativity. So if you're posting once a month, you might as well kiss it goodbye. Get off LinkedIn. You shouldn't even be there. Don't even try to use it as a channel. It is pointless, useless. Posting daily with zero value, also useless. Posting daily with zero value, also useless. Here's your strategy: 2 to 3 times a week, same exact time. Mark it on your calendars. 8:30 a.m. local standard time. 8:30 a.m. local standard time. Play around with it. Week 1, week 2, do noontime. Week 3, do late afternoon, and see what gets the most amount, and then stick to that particular time based upon when your audience is most active. Make it repeatable. You need to be consistent with your content and your posting. Post from your personal profile. Company pages, they're still stuck. 1.8% of the reach that's out there, it's very low. So if you're wondering, hey, I really want to be able to elevate my company channel, stop it. Nope. Use your company channel to amplify your personal post. If you are the CEO, a business owner, or you're a sales rep, you shouldn't just be reposting instantly from your company channel. Repost with your thoughts, and then turn around and create your own posts from that one, from that particular post that you saw. So post from your personal profile. Respond to all comments within an hour. People always ask me, oh my gosh, people are commenting, but I don't get to them until the end of the day. No, it only takes a few minutes, and I'm going to show you a hack today that will literally take you less than 30 seconds to comment and reply back to individuals. That's what I'm going to show you today. But you want to make sure if a comment is made, you respond back to that comment within about 1 hour. That's really your goal. So that means you're looking at LinkedIn every hour for about 5 minutes at most. If you want to have another strategy, if you post something, look at republishing that particular post to 1 to 3 groups on the same day. But give yourself about an hour's break between each one of them. You don't want the LinkedIn network to think that you're spamming. So wait at least an hour between each group. So groups are still alive. Yes, hardly anyone is using them. So this is a great way to take your posts and then republish them to 1 to 3 groups afterwards. By the way, you can do republish with your thoughts. So always add on with your thoughts to those particular groups. Take your existing posts. If you want to increase your reach, take the existing posts after 6 hours, go ahead and repost it instantly. Repost it instantly. Now, that's different than what I said just a few minutes ago with repost with your thoughts. Repost instantly. That's the little arrows up and around. Repost it after about 6 hours to get it back up. You'll get about a plus 10% uplift into your network. So that's a nice way to be able to garnish some visibility as well. Yeah. And then add the post to featured media on your personal profile for about a week. Add the post to your featured media. And that's what you'll want to be thinking about doing. These are strategies that increase your reach. So post content, here are those 7 strategies. If I have time, I'll come back and I'll give you a couple bonus strategies on this slide. Just come back and ask me on slide number 12, team. What is that strategy there? All right. Oh my gosh. I forgot the one of the most important ones. If you want to show up in people's news feeds, whether you've got 500 connections, whether you've got 50,000 connections, start DMing your dormant connections, people that you haven't spoken to. And guess what happens? Remember that hack I told you just a little bit ago, the few slides back? Yeah, you're going to open up the algorithm, and then guess who's going to show up in their newsfeed? DM your dormant connections. That is how you're going to open up your reach and be engaged with direct messaging on LinkedIn. That is how you're going to open up your reach. All right, we're going to slam through this really fast. This is how do I make my videos perform on LinkedIn. Believe it or not, LinkedIn video is actually the second best performing asset on LinkedIn right now. They're really trying to promote that. But in order for your videos to go viral and or even have a hope of having some virality, you need to use captions on your posts. You can do things like Captions AI or Minvo, any of those types of tools that will automatically add captions to your video. It's not very hard or very difficult. Remember, you want to post a video natively to the platform. In addition, you got 3 to 7 seconds to hook someone on the audible. So don't say, hey, this is Mario Martinez with CEO of Vengreso. You just wasted 5 seconds. No, what you say is, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get your videos on LinkedIn to go viral. That's a 3 to 7 second hook. How long should they be? Less than 60 seconds. We use Caption AI. You record yourself in various different settings, and then you could put scripts, and AI records you and creates all this really great content. That's what we utilize here at Vengreso. Native videos. Tag individuals to be able to get you to amplify. And I'm going to give you a secret. Yeah! We're going to give you a secret today on how to amplify that content in the amplification pods. That's what's going to happen there. One topic only cover one thing in a 60-second video. You can't do more, and it's not wise to do more. And definitely reply to your comments. That's how you're going to get them to go viral. And when we look at some of these things here, let's take a look. What are the best posts? Images. Images are still winning out. Infographics rule. 54. So this is analyzing the save feature. This is how many times people click on a post, the little 3 dots, and actually click the save icon on an individual post. 54% of them are images, 16% PDFs, 16% videos, 12% text. Okay, so this kind of gives you some insight. This is analyzing 117,000 different posts, and this gives you some insights of what are people loving, liking, and or engaging with. Images, PDFs, videos, text, and polls. I get this question all the time. 28%, 0.28 of all posts saved are polls. They're fun, but they're not savable. So just make sure that you think about that when looking at what type of content you should post. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to take you through and show you now some secret sauce. That was our 3-minute blitz. Yeah. And the secret sauce right here, this is probably one of the most important things that you're going to see. I said that 5 minutes ago about something else. Okay, here's now a new most important thing right here that I want you to think about. Right here, this is the new most important thing in terms of content. All right. So I told you I was going to give you a secret hack on the number one way to increase your reach via LinkedIn. So here's the number one way to increase your reach on LinkedIn. Look, you can publish once a day and LinkedIn shows you once inside of your bubble. Your bubble meaning your network, your sphere of influence. It shows up to individuals. They may come through it. They may look at it and say, oh, cool, that's nice. You may get 400, 500, maybe even 1,000 impressions. But here you go. If you leave 10 to 15 comments a day, LinkedIn will show you not only to your network, but 10 to 15 times in other people's networks as well. Why? Because LinkedIn is rewarding people for time on platform. Why? Because they're selling advertising. So they are trying to create more conversations. So if you want yourself to be found and you want your content to get more visibility, you want to make sure that you are commenting 10x that of your posting. 10x that of your posting. That is the secret hack right there. A good comment strategy increases profile views by 6x, follower growth by 3x, invites from your target ICP, which is individual customer profile, by 2x, and incoming relevant DMs by 1.5x. That is what you need to understand. This is the number one way to increase reach. And guess what? I'm going to show you how you can do that very, very quickly. So, number one way to increase reach: comment 10 times more than you are posting. So if you post once a day, you should be commenting at least 10 times on relevant posts to your ICP. And I'm going to show you how you can do that right now. Take a note here as I share this particular content. Right here, I'm going to be sharing my screen. If you are interested, we have what's called FlyMSG. And inside of FlyMSG, over here on the left-hand side, there is a platform called FlyLearning. When you click on FlyLearning, this is only available with our Pro plan, which I'll show you, for individuals or if you're an enterprise customer. Our enterprise customers have this by default. I know I have some enterprise customers here that are with us. Thank you, my friends at Heffernan that are here with us right now, and several others. So with that in mind, when you click on FlyLearning, whether you're an individual or you're an enterprise, it'll bring you to this platform here called FlyLearning. There is a catalog of 19 different modules and courses, 19 different courses, which totals about 15 hours worth of training content. So if you like what you heard today in terms of like, oh, wow, I did not know that, guess what? You're going to have that probably about 15 hours worth of that inside of here. You can add any of these to your view. We have everything from LinkedIn to email messaging to how to do video on LinkedIn, and how to create video sales training, or video sales prospecting, their appointment setting strategies, virtual meetings, account-based selling. All of these items are right inside of our platform. So you go to the catalog, you come to, once you add it to your My Learning, you can come here and you can begin taking all the content that you want and learning right from inside there. And so this content is there. Again, it's under our FlyMSG app, under Fly Learning, you can do that. Now, let me get you to the secret sauce. We're going to go over to LinkedIn right now. Please confirm. Can I get an audible that someone can see LinkedIn? Yes.
Got it.
Perfect. Thank you. So I'm going to show you how you can create a post in 8 seconds. So I'm just going to click here. We're going to click on what's called Start a Post. Now, if you have the FlyMSG tool, which I sent you multiple messages about, if you have the FlyMSG tool, you'll see this pop up right inside of here. Now, remember what I said earlier about posting. You want to make sure that you're posting natively on the LinkedIn platform. So this is right here. You want to have access to this. You're going to click Thought Leadership. There are different buttons here: company news, celebrate something that you're hiring. You can even create custom prompts for yourself. But I'm going to click on Thought Leadership. When I click on Thought Leadership, look what pops up here. You now have the ability to write in your voice. So let's say you sell to different industries. You can create a persona called Mario the transportation guy, Mario the manufacturing, Mario the FinServe. Or you can create different types of voices that are personality based. Mario the friendly, Mario the assertive. And inside of the chat right now, Santiago is going to grab the persona link for FlyMSG. I want you to save that and record that. You're not going to do it today. We don't have time. I'm going to show you a demonstration. And then for those of you that have it up, we're going to have you write a post. But I want you to go back and create your persona. For those of you that are on our individual plans, so long as you're on a growth plan with an annual, yearly, or monthly, you will be able to create 3 or more personas. For on a pro plan, you'll be able to create 7. In our enterprise, you have a lot more personas that you can create. So you won't get a limit there. And right inside the chat, Santiago just dropped for me the link to create your persona. And you're going to want to do that. You can set one of them as default, so it always writes as Mario the Friendly. Next, you can put in a topic here. There's 3 ways to write a post. I can either enter a topic manually, how to be an amazing cook and balance work life. And that's it. Done. That's all I need to write inside there. I can do that, or I can drop in a blog URL. Did you hear what I just said, people? I can drop in a blog URL. So I can come over here to Vengreso's website, grab this URL of a post from my company website, come over here, and I can say, you know what, FlyMSG, I want you to read this blog and then write a post about that. Or you can pop in a YouTube video, any YouTube video. We say 20 minutes max, but it's really more like 10. In fact, I'm going to actually ask the team to change that because we have more people that complain that it got stuck or it choked out. But really, a 10-minute video or less, and you're doing pretty good. So think about any video that you see that's in your industry, maybe that is a company video, or maybe that you create. And all you want us to do, you want FlyMSG to watch the video and write a post. That's what you can do. So I'm going to come here and I'm just going to drop in a blog URL. That's all I'm doing. You can see, obviously, topic is grayed out and YouTube is grayed out. Obviously, we can't have 3 topics. You can only have 1, right? 1 topic at a time. FlyMSG is good, but it's not that good. I can also change my post here, and I enjoy long. I always use long. Why do I use long, even though the best performing posts are medium? Because I want AI to give me more content so that I can edit it down. More content so I can edit it down. Did you know that on average, prior to AI and FlyMSG, it took our users 32 minutes to write a social media post? 32 minutes. Now, you're less than 5 minutes. Watch what happens. I'm going to include hashtags and emojis. And by the way, this area right here, I can add additional context. I can say, include a story about, and I can give it some additional context. I'm going to leave it alone because I want you guys to see how easy it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was more than 8 seconds. Was it 8 seconds?
Barely. It was like 9.
Oh, you're killing me, FlyMSG. You're killing me. You're killing me. All right. Maybe it's because I'm slowing things down, but look what it just did. It just wrote a whole entire post right inside there. And it talked about ChatGPT prompts. It read the entire blog. Now, I can come inside here and say, you know what? I know LinkedIn likes more paragraphs. So I'm just going to add in more paragraph returns, right? As I come inside here. But look, something else is happening on the screen. What is that? Oh, wait a minute. Yes, FlyMSG is also replacing Grammarly. Goodbye, Grammarly. You suck. And we now have AI grammar check right inside of here. I can replace anything that I want. I can even, if I make a misspelling, as you can see there, I've just prompted it, and it's all correcting my spelling, my grammar, my punctuation inside of here, and it also does autofill, autocorrect, and auto-populate as well. So if I start writing something like, hey, how are you? And you doing? You can see that it's doing is in gray. If I just hit the tab, bada bing, bada boom, that was FlyMSG, interpreting what it is that I might be trying to say. So that is available only with our growth annual plans and above. So if you're one of our other types of users, a starter plan or freemium, you get a little bit of it, but you don't get all of it. So you definitely want to upgrade. All right, so now you get all that grammar, you get all this content, but here I told you, remember one of my messages inside the training. Hey, you can post a link, which, by the way, FlyMSG took the link. You can post a link, but change the thumbnail. Change the thumbnail. Repeat. Change the thumbnail. Okay, I just sang it for you. I don't know how that sounded, but hopefully it was good. Change the thumbnail. Why? I want you to see the real estate, screen real estate. I'm going to draw it here on the screen. Look at the spacing that the thumbnail takes from the link. All right, now I'm going to close that up. And I'm just going to add on any random picture from my computer. Please hold while I grab something. Oops. Downloads. And I'm going to add this picture. All right. You've seen this one already. This was in the deck. Okay, wait a minute. The red is the old thumbnail. Holy Toledo. Look at the difference, team. Look at the size difference. That's the screen real estate you'll be taking on LinkedIn. Who wants bigger and more real estate taken up in someone's newsfeed? You do. That's what you want. If you can see right here, this is the red, the thumbnail from the URL. This is the image. So always combine, if you're going to use a URL, combine that URL with the proper thumbnail. That's your demo right there. So you have that ability now to be able to go in and utilizing FlyMSG. You can take any one of these things. You can enter a topic. I would definitely put inside there like, let's see, how, you know what? How to be a good father and CEO, right? So whenever you write a topic, always think of how to, what to, when to, where to. I'm going to click generate. It's going to come inside of here, and we are now going to write a post. FlyMSG is thinking. This is our AI post generator. And boom, it just did the post right there. There you go. There's some emojis inside there. And by the way, remember all the things I said don't do? FYI, we've programmed that all inside of FlyMSG, so you really don't have to think about it. All those things like, remember I said the double emoji? Remember earlier I said, if you ever see this, double emoji, headline, you know instantly this was written by AI. Don't do that. If you see what FlyMSG has done, we actually have optimized this so that we're actually bringing this content and all these do's and don'ts right inside of FlyMSG right there, okay? Now, I'm going to show you how to scale your commenting. And so right on top of here, let's pretend I'm selling to Christopher Bryden. Remember I told you, for every one post, you do 10 comments. Watch this. Right inside of here, I've got a curious, optimistic, or thoughtful button. I've even created a disagree button, which I can do with my various plans under my prompt library. I can add a prompt, and I can create a disagree, and I can even move it up and down. Look at that. I can even move that up and down right inside there. So as you can see, the disagree button just got moved to 4th position. Now, I don't know what to say. He's going to be at an event. Ludacris is going to be there. You know what? I'm just going to say, hey, FlyMSG, I want you to write in my voice. Yes, Mario's friendly voice. And I want you to write a comment inside here. My job is to do 3 things. Number 1, take note. Read it for contextual relevance. Number 2, edit it. And number 3, listen in, team. The most important thing you can do, always, always, always mention the individual. Why? Because they will receive 3 notifications from you. 1 on their mobile device, 2 on their LinkedIn feed right up here. And number 3, who knows where it's coming from? My enterprise folks better yell this one out. Where is it going to come in at? 3 notifications. Mobile, LinkedIn, and email. Email. Within 24 hours, LinkedIn is going to send Christopher Bryden an email. And by the way, this also works on Navigator. If you're in Sales Navigator, come over here. People asking that all the time. You can see the post right inside of here, and you'll see FlyMSG pop up inside there, and you can now write an optimistic reply. This takes you less than 30 seconds. It takes 3 seconds to write a comment, as you just saw right now. 3 seconds. All right. So I just showed you those areas, and now we didn't get a chance to actually write a post, but I will tell you how we can help you. Number 1, take down this code. This code right here, write it down. You have until Sunday. There is a 65% off our first year individual annual plans. If you're a corporate user right now on here, reach out to me and we'll have a conversation if you've got 10 or more folks. If you're a small team and you want individual training, you want to help your team, reach out to me, sales@vengreso.com. We'll be happy to help you out. So 3 ways: get the tech and utilize it, just like I showed you today. You've got a grammar checker, you got a text expander, you've got a AI post generator, you've got a comment generator, you've got Fly Learning, which is all the training inside there. Plus, I didn't even show you the paragraph rewriter. Oh yeah, paragraph rewriter is here, team. Look at this right here. Watch this. It's live and in production. You just can't see it yet because we haven't released it. And so inside of here, I can rewrite all my content. I can improve my writing, humanize my writing, change my tone, make it shorter, and it's happening right before your eyes. and we are reading this. You can prompt it. This is called Paragraph Rewriter. This is only going to be available for those that are on the Growth and Pro plans, that are on annual Growth or Pro plans. For others, you will be using all of your prompts inside there. So you can humanize, you can change this up any way you like, and I'm going to stop that for now. So you've got that. It's coming out next, by Monday of next week is when we're launching that particular element there. So here's your code. Inside of here, you've got a 65% off the first year annual plan, but you only have until Sunday. Yes, it is time bound. And yes, this is an opportunity for you to use it. So what does that pricing look like? Holy Toledo, I'll tell you right now. The annual plan for the growth plan is $66 minus 65 is $23.10 for the year. Shut your face. Yes, that is crazy. And the 132, which is the pro plan, that includes the training, the Fly Learning training. That is $46 for your first year, $46. And you get all that grammar, all that AI for LinkedIn inside there. You want individual coaching? No problem. Reach out to us. You have a team. We work with teams all the time, which get a much higher throttle, much higher throughput. And you also get the AI sales role play coming out to a theater near you as well. Whew. I did it. That was 1 hour packed filled of content. Cynthia gave me a thumbs up. I hope you found that value. I didn't even look at the chat. I don't know what was going on, but folks like Cynthia have been longtime users, I think, of FlyMSG, going on 3 years now or 2 years, maybe 3 years. Okay, she's my 3 years strong right there. Cynthia, I'd love you. I'm going to put you on the spot. I didn't even know if you were going to show up. Come off mute. Let people know you actually hold the record for the second most used person in all of FlyMSG history. Just so you know, second most used for AI LinkedIn commenting. Just so
Who do I need to bump off?
we'll take him out at the knees, girl. Take him out. But I'd love for you to be able to tell everybody your experience with FlyMSG.
I like to save time because my time is money. So I use FlyMSG to thoughtfully comment on posts of my ICP so that I get them to come back to my profile. So then I then go and ask them to connect because I believe in attracting, not attacking. So I'm not one to go and chase prospects. I want them to come to me. And the best way to do that is to give them an insightful comment. Because if you think about the ego, everyone posts on social media to get attention, right? Why else post? So why not edify them in your comments and make sure that it's the most engaging comment so other people will comment on your comment and go back to your profile and then then you can connect with your ICP. It's beautiful.
I love it. Cynthia actually, like I said, holds the record for the second highest commenter using FlyEngage or FlyMSG's FlyEngage. And thank you, Cynthia, for being an avid user of that. The most popular button is the curious button. Just so you know, for commenting, it asks a question to solicit engagement. And then there's optimistic and thoughtful. And optimistic is a happy-go-lucky, super excited type of Mario personality. And thoughtful is like, let me just chill, kind of calm, a little bit more relaxed, but still positive outlook. And like I said, you could create custom buttons if when you're on various plans. So hopefully you guys got value out of that. I'm going to sit here in the room. What questions did you have or did I not answer? And someone said, hey, who do I contact if you're having issues with FlyCuts getting to work? FlyCuts, by the way, is the text expander. And that was Ray. Ray, there's about 50 people out of 25,000 that are having the problem that you're having. I'm one of them. So I want you to know that rest assured that my team, both Santiago and our development team headed by Jonatas, who was here earlier, we're on this because I am irritated as all get up that my FlyCuts don't work. Those are the shortcuts to be able to do text expansion. I hear you. Here's what we did, Ray. We just launched 3 new products, which was the Paragraph Rewriter, Text Expander, that's been legacy, and also our listener for the AI posting. And we put them all into one listener so that we would not slow down people's machine. And as a direct result, we're having some challenges with that. And there's about 50 of us out there that are struggling. You and I are one of them. And good news is the CEO is one of them.